What's up, guys? It's Theo here, coming to you live with CodeCademy Introduction to Python. This will be part 12. So, student becomes the teacher. Let us get started. So, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to lesson 1 and see if we can knock this out. So, what we're going to do is we're going to create, I'm not going to reset this right now, but just because, it's just a setup. But what it wants us to do is create 3 dictionaries: Lloyd, Alice, and Tyler. And that's what we did. So it looks like a JavaScript object. Next thing it wants us to do is give each the dictionary a key of name, homework, quizzes, and tests. So we've done that as well. And finally, we want the keys to be their names and the homework, quizzes, and tests to be empty arrays. So let's go on, submit our code. And then from here, I'm going to reset this. And now it wants us to fill out the Lloyd dictionary with these values for the homework. Okay, these values for the quizzes and these values for the test. Awesome. Let's submit that code. Let's move on. Next up, we want to create a list called students. Okay, and we want that to contain the Lloyd, Alice, and Tyler dictionaries. So let's save that. Let's reset our code now. Next, we want to loop through our students list. So we'll say for student and students. And now we want to print out the student object, but we want to print out the key of name. Okay, we want to print out student homework. All right. Next up, we want to print out student quizzes, and finally, we want to print out student test. So we should be getting all of the values right here. Awesome. And now we just want the average. So what we're going to do is define a function called average. So let me give myself some space down here. Say def average. It takes one argument, which is going to be numbers. Okay. And inside that function, we're going to call the built-in sum function with the numbers list as a parameter. Okay. So we're going to say, we're going to store the result in total. So we're going to say total equals the sum of numbers. All right. Next up, we're going to use float to convert total and store the result in total. So I think we could actually do this float. And then finally, we're going to divide this by length of numbers. I'm going to see if I can do this all in one line. And then I'm going to return my total. Awesome. So we did all that in one line. We got the sum of the numbers. We got the average, which the average is the sum divided by the length of the total amount of numbers. And then we casted it to a float, and then we returned that. Awesome. So next up, we want to write a function called getAverage, and this is going to take a dictionary. So we're going to call it student, and from there, we're gonna make a variable homework, which is going to store the average of student homework. So this is going to store this is going to store sum of student homework, or student homework, and it's going to be divided by the length of student homework, and we can repeat this same process for the quizzes. So let me grab this and we'll just swap out some of the values. So we'll change this to quizzes, and finally we want to do homework, test, and we'll grab this, change that to test, and test, and let's run it. Get average Alice, return none. So let's see, multiply the 3 average, okay, so we're going to store these variables and then multiply the 3 averages by their weights and return the sum of those 3. So we're going to say weight is equal to, weight is equal to, turn this up. We're going to call it sum weight. We're going to say multiply the 3 averages of their weights and return the sum of those 3. Okay, so we can do homework times 0.10 plus quizzes times 0.30 plus tests times 0.60, but we want to get the sum. Sum weight equals the sum weight, and then let's return the sum weight. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Get average else, raise the following error. Float object is not iterable. Let me see. Average. Let me see if we can just use our average right on here. Let me see, what line is it complaining on? Get average Alice. Here's the form. Float object is not iterable. Sum of student homework. Int. Check that out. Int argument must be a string number, not a list. Student homework. Let me look at the form real quick to make sure I'm not crazy. Let's see what they have to say. So this is lesson 6. And let's see what they say here. 6. Let's look. Get average student. Get average student. Turn homework. Average of student test. Oh, so we can just get the average plus return homeworks. Okay, return. Let me see, make sure I'm doing this right. Get average student. Return. Okay, so let me try and call average on this instead. Average. And then we want to return homework times 0.1 plus mark. You get rid of that. Try this again. Get average, return 30 instead of the expected 1.15. Homework times 0.10 times 0.3. Homework equals average student homework. Oh, okay, that's why. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that, and we don't need that. We don't need to divide it anymore. Let's try our code. Good to go. Awesome. So got a little tripped up there, guys. Next up, we're going to define a function called getLetterGrade, and this is one argument called score. Takes in, and so your function test score using a chain of if-else statements. So we'll say if the score is greater than or equal to 90, score is greater than or equal to 90, then what we want to do with it is return A. We'll say else if score is greater than or equal to 80, return B, so you kind of get the picture. Else if score is greater than or equal to 70, return C. Else if score is greater than or equal to 60, return D. Else return F. Alright, and then finally test your function. Call your getLetterGrade. So say getLetterGrade with the result of get average Lloyd. So let's try this out. See what we get back. Doesn't look like we get anything, but let me see. What does Lloyd get back? Get average. What do you think? What do I think Lloyd gets back? I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna guess he gets a B back. Let's say we'll just see. Print B. I'm just kind of curious if this will show us. Okay, so he gets a B back. Next up, let's reset our code. We're gonna define a function here called get class average. It takes one argument, which is students, and you can expect students to be a list containing 3 students. So make an empty list called results. All right. For each student item in the class list, calculate the get average student. So we'll say for student and students. We're going to iterate over this list right here, and we're going to calculate get average, and then so we'll do results. Got a pen. We're going to add on to this list the result of get average with that student, and then finally return the result calling average with results. So we're going to say return average with results. Let's run our code. There we go. Next up, we want to print out the result of calling get class average with your students list. Your students should be, so say get class average with students. All right, and then print the result of get letter grade for the class's average. Print the result, get letter grade for the class's average. So say print get letter grade. We're going to pass in here get class average students. And let's see if that is what we want. Print the class average, looks like 83.667 wasn't printed. Make sure this is right. Try again and print. Print out the result of calling get class average with your students list. Okay. And print the result of get letter grade. Results. I'll say get letter grade, and then we want result. I think I know it's wrong. Let me see. 83. This is what we want. Print B. Or I guess we want to print the score. Print score. Print score. Print score. Let me try this one more time. We're going to print the letter grade. Print C. Print D. Print F. Print B, and print A. Let's try this one more time. Print the average of the class. Print out the result of calling get class average. So let's print the result. And then there we go. Cool. Alright guys, so that's it. That was 9 lessons. Next up, it looks like it's going to be lists and functions. Now that you've learned about lists, let's turbocharge them with functions. So this is part 12. Next up will be part 13. So I hope you guys are enjoying the course this far. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or complaints. Make sure to like, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe and support the channel. It means a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.